Well, dude, we got an exciting fucking show for everybody.
Let's get it.
I'm so excited, you guys. Like, let's fucking go.
It's
All right.
Friday.
It is Friday. First off, it is Friday.
Big
Damn,
things,
it
big
is
things.
fucking Friday, man.
TGIF.
Did you have a good week through the working?
You know it, dude. I love it every single
I
day.
love to. This motherfucker works hard as hell, man.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of his hustle.
Does what he loves too.
I don't
Just
have
wake
that.
up. Wake up every day. Don't give yourself a choice. That's the best point.
So, Tello,
Yes, sir.
how's Sling and Steel?
It's good. It's good. I'm actually having a killer week. I've probably sold more cars in the past 2 weeks than I have in the past 3 months. So
You know, it's great. It's great. All you guys out there, we have day jobs. So this is the nighttime fun. This is the Friday night shindig. We get into it. We have fun doing it. So we got an exciting show. Talking conspiracy theories. Our favorite part. This is part 2. Part 1 was with just the homies. We got a special guest tonight. I'm super stoked.
I am too, man. I am too.
And I just hope YouTube doesn't ban us because I feel like it's on the rise.
For good?
I don't know.
Why?
TikTok cancels me. TikTok canceled our special guest like 3 or 4 times, different videos that he has. It's just terrible, man.
Well,
I feel
if
so
you're into
bad.
conspiracy theories, you know exactly why.
It is. It's the government trying to shut us down. They don't want to hear our voices. Voices need to be heard.
I know, man.
It's terrible.
I'm just trying not to break any of the rules.
Yeah,
It's tough.
I'm the
It's-
number one offender.
Rules are
It's-
meant to be broken.
they are. That's why they're created, man. We're all right. So before we start off, Dakota Data Solutions on Facebook. That's one of our great homies from North Dakota. I think I lied. He's from South Dakota.
Okay.
He's also
close
our
to home.
sponsor for Ambitiously Lazy. All of our jerseys we use for our sports, our recreational stuff, softball, darts, whatever we want to do. That guy has it for you. I'm telling you, he has every jersey you can think of. You give him the design, he's going to make it. But on top of this, he started his own company. It's commercial and residential. It's network wiring, data upgrades, speaker installation, camera installation, and home theater and TV installation. He does commercial projects, full network upgrades, fiber, Cat 5, Cat 6, which I love. I got Cat 8, so I'm baller, Speaker and camera installations too, so you keep your security up, keep your cameras going. He's your guy.
Jack of all trades, master of all.
He is. He services the entire Midwest, commercial projects, and the United States. So he is BICSI certified. Don't ask me. I don't know what the fuck that means. But yeah, he's great. He's all over the place. He was in Fargo when I talked to him last, and he's doing great things. So both his businesses are taking off, and he's one of our supportive sponsors. So
Good for
shout
him.
out to
Good
him.
for him.
And don't forget the GLD shop, okay? Military and first responders get 50% off the entire order. If you want to go blinging around your homies and you want to go blinging around your wife, you want to maybe get her a nice little
Piece for
little
her
bracelet, little
anniversary,
ring,
birthday.
whatever. They got it for you guys. If you're military, first responders, 50% off. All you gotta do is verify your information. You just go to the page, website, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you're gonna see a thing that says military discount. Go there, verify your information. Boom, you get a code, generate that code to your final order, you get 50% off. I can't tell you how many things I got. I love it. I love my Chicago Bulls
it's
necklace.
Definitely worth it.
Shit is fire.
I
love it.
wear Shop GLD every day.
Every day, man.
Every single day.
I love this. So the necklace I got on right now, it's not, I got my normal pin, my St.
Yeah.
Michael's, but I got chain. I fucking love the chain.
Yeah,
man.
what is it?
I don't know. It's just like do you see it?
Is it gold?
It's like a micro Cuban.
Oh, I love the micro
They
Cuban.
shine.
Yeah, they're
Shine.
nice. They're nice.
You guys are always the bosses of the floss.
I got a
I'm all about it, man.
rope chain with the black cross.
I wanted to do that
I'm
gold
pendant free here. We got the big Cuban.
Yeah, but you got the
Hey,
big
you
gold
gotta
Cuban
love
though.
it.
That thing
You
looks
gotta love it.
fly
Yeah,
as
it
hell
does.
though too.
Oh.
Hey, just so you guys know, we do have an official member to the team. We told you guys last week. We'll tell you again. Josh, say hi.
What's up, everybody?
Josh is now officially part of the Shedcast.
Welcome.
So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I just love having you here, man. The energy is amazing.
I try to add a little bit. And yeah, we definitely can get some good vibes going in here. And
He keeps it real. That's what I love. He's a talkative and he doesn't mess around. He loves his history and fun conspiracy facts.
dude,
So,
I try my best to not talk too much.
but I like
You're
it.
pretty good at it.
So when I was in radio, that's all I did. Is I loved to talk all the freaking
Yeah.
time, and I liked having a partner that talked all the time.
Right.
Because sometimes I don't want to fucking talk the
you
whole
had
time.
the banter. You like the banter.
I like the banter.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
We definitely get some good energy rolling, and we get a bunch of fun episodes that have happened so far that I've been a guest on. So
like a
I'm glad to come
transgender
every day.
drunken moon landing
That
or drunken transgender moon landing.
That one went a little.
That
We
one
just
a
got
little
banned. I
far.
think we just got banned from YouTube right there.
Probably.
Fuck.
I know we got
Didn't
banned
even
from
say
TikTok. on that
anything
one.
bad.
I know, but I probably didn't even mark this video for kids, so it's probably gonna get banned on YouTube anyways because you have to like change that whole not made for kids. But we record it, so it's fine. You can still watch on Facebook. Don't forget Facebook, the Shedcast LLC, TikTok. We're not live on there, but you can always check out our videos. Instagram's been popping off.
Yeah,
Our
we gotta-
special guest happened to help us out a little bit. That video took off, so shout out to News Update for real.
for real, for real.
For real
Yes.
though, you killed it. And then we had 39,000 views on that video, let alone it's probably one of my most viewed videos on that Instagram account. And I'm
Sure.
super excited about it. So thank you so much, man. We're gonna get into it.
Bring
you
him
know.
in, man.
So without further ado, news for you news updates for real. Jeez, I always do that. I fuck that up and I feel so bad. And he's laughing right now because I can see him. He's laughing. His name's John. John worked 10 years at the Parliament Hill, and I'm gonna botch the shit out of this. It was Ottawa. I think it's
Ottawa, Canada.
During his time, he's getting blacklisted from the Canadian politics. He wrote 2 novels, one of which is currently available now on Amazon, which you can find in the description below. I got all clickable links down there so you guys can find all of his social medias: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. The book's called Confessions of a Middle-Aged White Man. Over the past 10 years, he has cultivated a following of over 1 million news-hungry citizens to his social media accounts, and he's not fucking lying.
That's impressive.
This man is on top of his shit. I watched some of his interviews that he has with some people. Man, it's insane. He's talking to people all over the world.
Yeah.
I think is it Uzbekistan? How do you say that?
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan. Someone was in his chat from there. He had some Switzerland. He had Uganda. Somebody from Uganda came through.
That's what's up.
I mean, some of these people could just be saying, "Hey, you know, I'm from this," but I'm
I-
pretty sure it's 100%. He's all over the world, man.
I think I have a question.
My
Have
God.
you heard the news?
Have you heard the news? He's gonna have to do that because that's every time I watch that, man, it gets me
Yeah.
every fucking time.
Dude,
I love it.
I like catch myself saying it all day.
I'm not the only one.
Like I literally just read like our local news and I'll turn to my coworkers and be like, "Have you heard the news?"
You heard the news?
Not what I was referring to. Let's get him in.
Let's get him in. Everybody, welcome, John Weber.
What's up, man? Yo,
Yo,
What-
man.
here.
Welcome to the party.
Point out, we just made these shirts. I just want to go through our board. I think we can all agree with this message right here. Fuck Don Lemon. It's great to see you guys.
I fucking love that shirt.
Hell
We gotta
yeah.
get
Good
some
to
of
see
those.
you, John.
Hey, man. So how's everything going for you?
It's a ride, man. It is a fucking roller coaster. We, it's. I think it speaks volumes to what the state of, mainstream media is today, and for better or for worse, they are looking to trust literally some random guy on TikTok or Instagram over, trusted, traditionally trusted news sources, and I think they've just dropped the ball so epically that it's created this amazing vacuum for real grassroots journalism. I mean, I'm talking like, we're talking anonymous sending files from Hunter Biden's laptop to just a random person from Uganda reaching out and saying, "Yo, I want to go live. I want to talk to you about something." And you know what? That's why they want to take this shit from us. Like, let's be very clear. It's not about privacy. Privacy's already gone.
Sure.
Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
Sure.
A decade ago, Snowden tried to warn us. We didn't listen. So that's gone already. It's not about privacy. Facebook and Instagram are doing the same thing. Do you know if you screenshot on Reddit or Instagram, if you ever screenshot an article, I've noticed it starts popping up.
There's
There's a better way to share this. It
Yeah.
knows
Yeah.
you're screenshotting.
Yeah.
People, sorry. There's
It's that tracking, man. And that's the thing is
Oh.
like, I mean, I like TikTok for that reason because you can save the video or you can share it and it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. TikTok's doing it a little different, but I've noticed that, man. I've noticed that a lot.
But sorry to get off the rails right away. How are you
I
guys?
love it.
What I'm so excited to talk about some conspiracies. I got a couple things right out the gate.
He's ready to rock and roll.
ready to go.
Hey, so why we talk and unfortunately how the restream here we use the software that we use is going to cut you out of here and there. So if we talk over you or you talk over us, we'll try to pause each other. So just try to I want people to hear you. You know what I mean? So they hear too much of us. They don't hear enough of you.
Appreciate that.
So
But I got, I like what Josh said there. I'm trying not to say so much these days. I'm trying to be that older wise man in the room that only talks when he's got something really good to say. I'm failing at that, gentlemen, but I'm working towards it.
you have a lot to say, man. You've grown a big following. There's a lot of fans out there, and we noticed it. As soon as I told these guys, I'm like, hey, I scored someone awesome.
Yeah,
like, who?
Yeah, he's been on my For You page since before I even,
Dude, it's crazy.
had the connection
And you
and
came
all
out
that.
of nowhere. Just so you know, you came out of left field, like never expected you to come through. And every time I open TikTok, boom, you're the first person to come across.
Hey, man, it means everything because I'm literally fucking nothing without y'all. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about. I don't take this lightly. I was built for this shit. I think you Nebraska boys know what it's like when, some people are like, yo, how do you deal with, all the comments, this and that? I'm like, listen,
You don't give a shit.
no one's ever going to be a bigger asshole to me than my close friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm Teflon Don for this shit. We get to go. And you know what? It is honestly so surprisingly and refreshingly positive. Even the debates that I get into or the fans get into with people that don't see it the same way, they're still happening. There's still a civil conversation going there. Not always civil, but for the most part civil. And these are the combos we got to have right now. The tough ones, man. That's it.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
Do you think that like what has been the biggest thing about shaping a lot of you influencers and a lot of the guys that are bringing up some of the huge government overreaches and from Canada, right? Like, I mean, obviously, if we just want to bring up Jordan Peterson and you, like, what is happening in Canada?
I mean, you're seeing it from a whole different spectrum than what we see it from, because I feel like we're more controlled here than I don't know. Maybe it's 50-50, but I think you get a little more information up north.
Canada, at least the way it was when I was coming up, I'm honestly not sure now, gentlemen, but they certainly tried it. Like, we know a lot about other countries, and our news is pretty inclusive, like compared to a Fox News segment or a CNN news segment where it's pretty ultra focused on America. Yeah. I mean, but that's neither here nor there, man. It's been a wild ride, and I think that the most important thing right now, like you talked about Jordan Peterson, I mean, there's a guy, and this is the thing I want to fight. This is the thing I have to fight, gentlemen, to be deadly serious with you. Peterson has a lot of insight, and it breaks my heart how pigeonholed that man got by various forces. I mean, you could blame it on a million things, but he has, unfortunately, to me it's unfortunate, has chosen a side. And see, I just want to make it clear, I have no side. I do have a side, actually. It's 99% of the people, like, on the planet. 99% of the population. That's my fucking side.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like. And it's the 1% that I think is to blame for most of the problems. Recycle your water bottles, but it's not going to matter at all if fucking ExxonMobil keeps doing what they be doing. So, it's just, these are the real harsh truths we got to focus on. They want to divide us. They want us fighting over Bud Light. They want us, fighting over this. And listen, they want us fighting about the shit that, unfortunately, I think Peterson has been sucked into talking about a lot. And that's the shit that I'm going to steer clear from as much as I can, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's smart, because I mean, all those topics too, it's not something you want to tread water into and just create more of a problem. And I feel like that's what's happening, is they're creating more of a problem. It's just like you said, it's the divide. It's that line. And that's what everyone's doing. That's what they're doing to us. Harvey,
you'll find that they like to pick topics that don't have a definitive answer. You know what? Gun control, abortion, LGBTQ rights, all that shit is very complicated shit. And in certain scenarios, there's answers that apply. And it all comes down to, it's an unanswerable question. And that's why they like to focus on those things, because there is no winning. There is no winning. There will never be a winning to that subject. There's going to be a perspective. There's going to be a flawed human perspective behind it. And that's all you can count on. That's the one thing you can count on, right? There's going to be a bias. And
yeah, absolutely. Or misinformed.
Sure. Joe, I'll give you a good story about misinformation, gentlemen. and this can kickstart our conspiracy talks because I know we got to talk about Hawaii tonight.
Yes.
And I actually had a video on TikTok removed for misinformation.
Yep.
Now, what was in this video? An article about the lasers in Hawaii in January.
Yep.
An article about the Smart City Conference that they had in January as well. Did you know the lasers actually also appeared on the same day that Chinese spy balloon appeared?
Yeah,
Fun.
crazy, right?
That's so interesting. And then on top of that, I mentioned, the fire hydrants running dry, police blocking supplies, which has been confirmed by news media. I mean, confirmed by multiple sources. They're blocking supplies that aren't Red Cross approved.
They got the army in there.
Yeah. So everything I said in the video was true. There's no misinformation.
Sure, right.
Removed from misinformation. Yes.
And it's gonna happen. That's that control. And it's either a Karen that's complaining or it's somebody that's just TikTok just shutting it down because they don't want that word spread.
They didn't want it spread. Good thing it got 1.5 million views on Instagram, though.
You're right. I seen that shit.
Yeah, I mean, and the other part of it too is like when we start saying like what would be the end goal of burning Maui, right? What would be the end goal when we talk about like some of their previous laws are passed about land grant ownership and
Building resorts.
Yeah, government's ability to annex that land from private owners, and also if you don't let people out of a burning area, right? Like they're blocking the roads, there's no hydrants, you get trapped in there.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to argue with a dead guy over if the government can steal his land.
It's facts.
Dude, there is documented. I mean, ever since Oprah started gobbling up lands like the Hungry Hippo, she fucking. There's articles about this, the Hana Ranch. If you look up the Hana Ranch on Maui, they've been buying up property, trying to preserve it, specifically coastline property. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars worth of property the residents of Maui were trying to preserve.
And I think is it a mayor? Is it the mayor that's out there? Or who's out there? Someone was on the newscast and he's talking to like, listen, if you guys want to keep screwing around and keep not helping us and evading aid, he's like, I have no problem cahoosing with China and letting China take over the land. I don't care.
Didn't, bro. I kind of okay.
Did you see that?
You've been pushed to that. Yo, here's $700. I'm sorry your whole home just burned down. Here's $700. Meanwhile, we're gonna send 40 billion fresh to Ukraine, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got some interesting facts on that one too. So
did they do some weird psychological experiment that $700 is what it takes the average American to forget they're pissed at the government? Because for every crisis we had, whether it's fucking COVID, whether it was fucking the stimulus in 2008 or whatever, it was $700 fucking dollars a person.
Yeah.
It's like, holy fuck, $700 ain't shit.
Well, they say, the 7-iron's the only golf club you need, gentlemen. It could be that lucky number 7.
See, I told you 7's my shit, man. You already know. We go golfing all the time. Listen, he fucking knows. I'm
going to tell you right now, we're going to get off topic real quick because I got to shout out my Uncle Randy. My Uncle Randy used to hustle at a local golf course and bet dudes money he could beat them with only a 7-iron. And he stacked a shitload of money doing it. So
Shout out Randy, Doug. That's an apostle right there.
Well, hey, speaking of that though, not the 7-iron, but the $700. It said roughly there's about 13,000 residents on that island. So if you look at it,
just in Lahaina,
just in Lahaina, yeah. So 1.9, that adds up to about 1.9 million roughly, right? If I do the math right. So if you think about so far, I mean, just last week, I'm pretty sure there was another 40 billion to Ukraine, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that's going to put the grand total roughly around $140 billion total to aid to Ukraine. That's a fact. That's real numbers.
Jesus.
And we're not even helping our own people in the United States.
How much is a carton of eggs in Nebraska right now, Herbie?
$2.96.
Yeah, I'd be eating the shit out of some eggs.
Doing okay. That's not bad.
Dude, we're in the middle of the United States. We're fucking farms, man.
We're like the egg. We have like a fucking egg distribution place like 15 miles away, like one of the world nation's biggest egg spots.
That doesn't catch on fire randomly.
I was gonna say, don't let that catch on fire, please.
John, we can send you eggs after this podcast.
Yeah, bro. We got you.
I gotta get me some chickens for
They
real.
just can't get stopped at the border.
You know what? Well, gentlemen, I'm coming down to New York City. I'm going to be in New Jersey this time next week.
Hey, man, you're always welcome to come to Nebraska. We have a place for you to stay.
I got no return ticket booked yet. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
it's not expensive to fly here.
We're gonna see what happens.
We ain't got shit here, so
So there's a possibility of you coming to the States, is what I'm hearing.
That's it. No, it's done. It's locked in.
Good
Oh, yeah.
shit. Good shit. Welcome to America.
right.
I've been, you know what? We were up in Ohio there at Putin Bay. I know it's Putin Bay or whatever. I called it Putin Bay the whole time, but it's this party. Anyways, y'all. There's a lot of 50-year-old American men that ain't ashamed to puke on the sidewalk on a
Hell
fuck,
no, man.
bro. Like I was like, holy fuck.
You
Oh.
clearly haven't been to New Orleans.
No, I have. You know what? I have not made it down yet.
The
So
motherfuckers shit in the streets, dog.
If you put new in front of any state, there's 50-year-old men throwing up on the curbs.
All day. It's just how it is, man. I took my wife. I was stationed down there when I was in the Navy. I was stationed down in Gulfport, and I shit you not, my wife loved New Orleans. I hated the traffic. I'm like, I just don't want to fucking be here. And she's
Yeah.
like, no, we gotta get this. I'm like, all right, cool. We went to nightlife, and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's diarrheaing over here in the corner, in the middle of the street, just waving at people like, hey. I'm like, this is life. Like, this is real right now.
That's
you
a
know,
conspiracy theory.
no, this shit
on
happens
its
all the time. Yeah, it's they're unique down there. Let me tell you that.
But, you know,
So hey, so there's a song by Oliver Anthony. Have you seen that going viral lately?
I have not, but you mentioned it. I didn't get a chance to look at it. What are we talking here?
So it's Richmond, north of Richmond, is what it's called. Rich,
Yeah.
R-I-C-H, Min, north of
Richmond,
Richmond,
Virginia, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and Washington D.C. is obviously north of Richmond, Virginia. So it's speaking about the Richmond north of Richmond.
Yeah.
So I want Josh to read the lyrics I have. Listen to these lyrics and tell me what you think. This is from a man, you know, just growing up poor, not poor, but you know, not
Yeah.
a lot of money.
He
you know?
owns land in Virginia.
Yep.
Yeah, West Virginia, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
check these lyrics out and tell me what you think.
He
Okay.
says, I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and all not be true, but it is, oh, it is. Living in the new world with an old soul, these rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just want to have the total control. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. Because your dollar ain't shit and it's taxed to no end because the rich men north of Richmond.
So one that I cut it off, but it goes on. There's one more part that really got me like, holy shit, this guy means business. So he says, I wish politicians would look out for minors, MINERS, and not just minors,
Minors, yeah.
MINORS,
Yeah, not just minors
On
on
an
an island somewhere.
on an island somewhere.
That's what that was the setting point for me as well. Like as soon as I heard that, I was just like, oh shit, like this is, and like his voice is just pure gold,
It
right?
is
So
pure gold.
he's singing like the blues.
Yeah.
But what he's saying is shit that people can't say or won't say.
I love it. I'll be adding that to the playlist, man. I think it just speaks, you know, I think it's a funny thing. I think if you look at every fascist government down the line, down the cruel, bloody history of mankind, they all have one thing in common, baby. Right away, they start censoring art, right? Art.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
That's the first thing they do.
That's the first thing that goes. And I think there's a lot of beauty in that fucking song right away, just from the lyrics. And the sad thing is, I think there's a lot of people saying it in different ways. They don't even realize they're speaking the same language. They don't even realize we're all out here angry about the same shit. And we're, you know, you're mad at your neighbor for thinking a little differently on some social issue. And it's like, bro, fuck all that. Straight up, I'm telling y'all, we got to put all that aside for now. We can come back to that down the road. You know what I mean? We can come back to that stuff, you know?
It's best if we don't, but we could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just move on, but that'll, you know.
Yeah, I've always said for like a lot of the last little bit that, you know, we have 95% of things in common, all of us, and we argue over the 5%.
That we don't. Exactly.
That's worthless.
Yeah.
That's fucking worthless.
I like to say, man, does your fucking family bleed red? You know what I'm saying? Is that,
Yep.
oh, okay. You got some green shit coming out of you, then I want to know which, you know, can I leave in your mothership? When we leaving? When we,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You know, I'll tell you this, guys. You want to talk conspiracies? Fuck conspiracies. Okay, how about this? How about this for conspiracy? Now that the government tells me that aliens are real, I'm pretty sure they don't exist.
Right?
For real.
Yeah, I
right?
said the same thing.
It's like the same as the Illuminati.
That
Like,
shit ain't real now. Thanks for telling me. I'm glad. I knew the whole time, and you want to confirm it. Now I don't believe you.
Now I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'll tell you though, I had a friend come up to me at the gym and he goes, "Yo, look at this video." So this is not some like fuck all that. Literally a friend of mine I've known for 20 years shows me a video of this fucking weird orb. It was literally watching the fireworks on Canada Day out over the lake where we live, right? And he showed it to me. I posted it. I got about 20 videos of these fucking orbs, man. These orbs are everywhere. They are real. Whether they are aliens or Lockheed Martin's latest patent, they're there. And the shit, like I'm at Nebraska skies. It seems like a prime place for some weird orbs.
Hey, you would think so, man, but it's not here.
yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe if you go out west.
I think west,
like-
the further you go out west, yes, we're in the city, man. So like further you go out west, it's just fields. But for what we see, dude, we have the most beautiful Nebraska skies you'll ever see in your
Yeah,
life. I
but
mean,
there's-
Canada might be some great over the water. You got some good water up there.
There's actual like videos though of UAPs is what they call them now.
Yeah,
But over Lake Manawa, which is Lake Manawa is a lake.
about 25 minutes away from here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's in between Iowa and Nebraska, but it's technically
it's in Iowa.
it's
yeah.
in Iowa,
yeah.
but it's like technically.
I live
not.
in South Omaha, so like I literally cross the Missouri, and then there's Lake Manawa right there. So, and there's videos on YouTube. You can Google it, like
It's-
just over
yeah,
like
it's-
the Nebraska or the Omaha skyline.
I got to set. John doesn't know this, but unless he's listening to the other podcast, but I am absolutely 100% sure they're aliens, and I'm also absolutely 100% afraid of them.
Yeah.
So just so we get that clear, they're
But no, but
they're my-
it's a good reason because I mean I'm scared shitless of them and the capabilities that they have compared to what we have. That's fucking scary not knowing.
Yeah, but think about how you would look at a Neanderthal who has like a club, and you're like, "That's a fucking crazy monkey looking."
Yeah,
Fucking kill me. They're just as scared as of us, gentlemen. I promise you. 'Cause
man. I
they're
hope so.
kind of like, this is a strange creature here.
yeah. They're like, what the fuck? They're willing to press a red button and blow everybody up. We don't do that shit where we're from.
No, we just
They're
neutralized
going-
the whole entire planet. Fuck it.
This pile of sludge that defecates has got some interesting thoughts. What they're saying, gentlemen. So I
You
mean,
know-
don't sell yourself short, Josh.
Yeah, but hey, so during that conference though, they had this one guy, and I don't remember who it was. It's an old man. He was reading it straight from this. He's like, I literally this is told by the government. This is in classified documents because they released classified documents during that hearing. And one of them, he said, we know we've made contact in this writing. It says we've made contact with extraterrestrials and they've told us, they've given us warnings for so many years that you guys are going to kill each other off. You're ruining your planet. All your plants are gone. You're gonna ruin the atmosphere. You're literally killing you guys yourself from inside. It's literally bringing the world inside out.
So when you hear that, do you believe that these creatures have our best interest?
What I feel like it's
In
it's
mind.
them looking at us in an ant farm.
I feel
Or-
like it's the government using
or-
the alien as a. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
Well, gentlemen, or they're on the paybook of the climate change activists.
There we are.
There it is.
Maybe the aliens got on that climate change money train, and they're like, "Yo, y'all got to get your CO2 productions down, brother."
Dude, I think honestly, it has that most Americans will trust the words of an alien more than their local politician.
All day.
That's facts. That's
So if
facts.
the alien says you're ruining your waters, then we're gonna believe him. But if our governor says you're ruining the water, I'm gonna be like, fuck all.
I'll be
Eat a
like,
dick.
You haven't even legalized marijuana for me. Why the fuck won't I believe
Right,
you?
yeah, fuck you.
And that's the only
Plus-
thing keeping
Hold
us
on.
sane.
Do you think
anymore.
aliens got some fire ass weed?
They have to?
I mean, they're on some weird, they're on some of that weird mental shit. You got to think, right? Something that making you see the other dimension. I mean,
Oh, some DMT shit?
have you guys ever done it?
No, but
No.
Rogan says it's the
No.
best fucking thing next to Chex Mix, so
Right.
I'm all about it.
So straight up, I went to Pantera. I saw Pantera in Toronto. Zach Wild played in place of Dimebag.
Yep.
Fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, they're great. They were here in Omaha a few months ago.
Yeah.
Unreal. The vibe in that show was unreal. But I actually kind of forget the point of that. But Pantera was badass. I went in a mosh pit, and
You don't seem like a mosh pit kind of guy.
you know what, dude? It was the first mosh pit I was ever in.
There it is.
I rocked. I purposely. I mean, sometimes you just gotta rock the Spice Girls shirt. So I had my Spice Girls shirt on.
Fuck yeah.
There a mosh pit, and there were some downright gentlemen's in there, especially when I got knocked the fuck over and
Damn.
they all stopped. They scooped you up.
Fuck yeah. That's a mosh pit. That's a mosh pit,
That's
man.
a correct mosh pit.
Yeah,
There were
that's how it
liberals
is.
in there. There were conservatives in there, and guess what? No one gave a fuck. No one
No,
gave a
no one
fuck.
cared.
bro.
Because the music brought them together, man.
That's it. That's it.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm from the radio side of things, and I've been in radio for a long time. Military kind of helped me out, travel to open up a new radio station and be very successful at it. And hence, kind of like I wanted a podcast. I wanted a
Right.
radio show without
Yeah.
having to pay. I think it's so stupid that you have to pay for tower rental fees and pay money to have your shit broadcast. But it's, it comes to the control is they want you to hear this
Yeah,
bullshit ass music
Absolutely.
that's
They
going to
gotta be able
brainwash
to
you.
monitor it.
They
And
don't
the-
want people speaking the truth.
The
And that's what
FCC
sucks.
can charge you a bunch of money for saying fuck.
Dude, it's $14,000. You get a warning and you do it again. It's like $14,000 in some states.
For saying fuck.
Yep.
Welcome to America.
Freedom of speech, alive and well, gentlemen. Amazing. Jesus.
Yep.
You wouldn't think that was a thing, man. It's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think the other part about it too that's pretty wild is like how the how we've been talking about this we all have 99% or 95% in common, like, and when people are showing out extra hard for one side or the other, I just want to remind them that they're all just part of the fucking uniparty. Like these guys, not either side has a fucking single interest. Like Harvey loves fucking WWE. I've watched it when I was a kid.
I'm watching it right now. It's on the other screen, by the way.
Like
He's not lying.
fucking heroes and heels out in one fucking room are heroes and heels, and they go in the back room, they all fucking hug each other, share a beer, and they all cash big ass checks.
That's it. That's a great analogy, my friend. You are not fucking far off at all, and that is kind of two sides of the same shit coin is the term that I'd like to share with the people on occasion, and
Not
neither
wrong.
side gives a fuck. And here's the funny thing. Okay, here's how I break it down for in a Canadian sense. There's three parties here. One of them's called the NDP. The NDP would close every nuclear power plant in the country right now. And we have one of the biggest in the world here. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact that power plant gives money to the conservatives, to the liberals, and to the NDP as well. The same money is funding all these parties. That's what you need to realize. And when you realize that the wind farm company that's fighting with the oil company, their parent company is BlackRock and Vanguard, then you start to see, oh, okay, the money's all going to the same place.
Every time
Yeah,
it's a big circle.
BlackRock and Vanguard own it all.
Same place, baby. Let's go.
Yeah,
Full circle.
that shit sucks.
So
It's a
vote
monopoly that one person
I
wins.
had the fucking amazing opportunity to interview Spike Cohen
Yeah.
a year ago. And that guy, I mean, if you want to cast a vote and people ask me, what can we do? I say vote independent. And I know right now
Every
that's not
time.
the third thing. Fucking vote independent, man.
We tell people this all the time, man. Me and Josh on the same page.
Everybody here
every
knows, man.
fucking time. Vote independent, man.
Pres-
Those
last-
are the realest motherfuckers.
The last
here.
presidential
Yeah.
election, I actually cast my vote for Spike Cohen as vice president when I voted for Joe Jorgensen.
You know what? I bet I could set something up, a little round table. And I do have, boys, maybe we can announce it right here, right now. I do have a podcast of my own coming down the pipe. We can set up a little round table with Spike. Easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd love it.
That'd be great.
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah, like my whole opinion, people were getting mad at me, right? Because there was like the polarity here, left and right, Democrat, Republican, is so
know.
big that when I'm telling people like, no, I'm gonna vote for Joe Jorgensen. I vote for Gary Johnson a time before. I voted for Ron Paul
Yep.
previously in my life. So like when we talk about like my history, I believe in that third party because if we got that popular vote of that 5%, they actually do have to start giving some of that PAC money to that third party. But since they can't get 5% of popular vote, they don't split that money up to these
Nope.
super PACs. So, but my whole point about Joe Jorgensen when I was explaining to people her is like, oh, we have a lady who says she wants to get rid of the IRS and the ATF. Like that is my best friend.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would vote for you every day of the week.
All fucking day.
Absolutely.
Save me fucking money.
Hell yeah.
And let me have my guns.
So
It's crazy, man.
Well, you know what, though, guys? If I'm being honest, I only vote for people with dementia. I want my point of-
Clearly.
I want to ensure that my political candidate can only eat porridge. That's the kind of candidate.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be president of the
Fucking
United
fine.
States of America until you're 35, but you can be
Right.
80 years old and be president. I wouldn't let that fucker set the time on my VCR.
Or just be in fucking Congress.
He
just
couldn't. He
let
wouldn't be able to figure it out.
let alone be 90 years old in Congress, sit there and just freeze at a fucking podium.
That's Mitch McConnell, but Dianne Feinstein doesn't even have
Bro,
fucking
his-
power of attorney of her own
His
shit.
face is falling off of his
Dude, it's
structure.
so
his bone
fucked,
structure.
bro. There should be a limit, and it just get some younger cats in there and just let them
Yeah.
fuck it up. It can't do any worse than what's already happening.
No. I mean, Jesus Christ. Did that woman in green turn Mitch McConnell off, guys? Can you clue me in here? Tell me
Yeah.
what. Because that one is actually a pretty fucking great clip, I gotta say.
So if you look at, there's a bunch of clips where these people have had this happen. It's really strange where, like, whether you're entertainers or whether you were politicians or whether you're people speaking, and they do this weird thing where something will happen, they get clicked off, and then this guy was making a TikTok or a Instagram reel or something where
It was a TikTok.
they were like,
Yep.
he was like clapping 3 times to turn Cardi B back on,
Yep.
or he like said,
Oh yeah.
listen,
certain word.
listen.
Yep.
Like it was 3 repetitions.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you get somebody out of Jinx? They do Jinx in Canada.
Yeah.
Like if we said the same shit, and then I got to say like John, they can speak again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
You
that's
gotta-
what the fuck they bring these people back to life.
That's that MK.
Yeah. If you get jinxed in Canada, you got to club a baby seal. It's a little different. Yeah.
You guys got a lot of those?
Not anymore.
Yeah, right.
pretty far. You got to go pretty far north. You got to go pretty far north for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
where I'm going though. When that first bomb drops, boys, y'all
Oh,
can
fuck
meet
yeah.
me up in Nunavut. We got the igloo all fucking.
We got a long ways to go.
Actually, you know what? That's
It's
not
like
even safe anymore because they just evacuated the capital of the Northwest Territories because of fucking wildfires, bro.
Dang.
Is it wildfires?
You mean all those wildfires that started at the exact same time?
The 15, yeah, the,
Yeah.
the over a 400-mile radius.
That big, huge satellite image of all that smoke that was happening, and then
I'll
people
say this:
from that
those
area.
probably definitely started sabotage. The fucking Hawaii thing, I honestly think from talking just with some locals now, it seems like it was almost intentional negligence, and then mixed with, and then once the fire started, the alarms didn't go off, and all this shit.
Hey, but these are the number one advanced alarms in the world.
Oh, I mean,
Tsunami alarms, by the way. But they didn't want to do that because they didn't want people to push inland, because when they hear those, they go inland.
so I heard that. I did hear that tonight. Is that the new?
That's what the excuse is
going
that's
with
happening.
this.
I mean, it's not
So,
wrong.
Are there Hawaiians that can confirm that? I'll ask my man Arthur that. I'm actually great. That's a great thing to ask him.
Ask him, because so when my dad was stationed in Hawaii, when they had tsunami warnings, like those things would go off. They were old as shit. They revamped them to give better warning and to be louder.
Yeah.
But what they're supposed to do is once they hear those, they move inland so they can get a higher ground.
Yeah.
I did hear that today.
So, but if they're so advanced, I'm on a military base
Why are
every
they not
time.
going off?
Every time, well, not even that. Every time we have colors, we have morning colors and we have evening colors, right? So when they do everything, it's announced across the fucking speaker. If there's an active shooter drill, they go, "We have an active shooter, whatever."
Yeah.
It's announced. Why the fuck, if they're so advanced, why couldn't they announce we have fires?
They can
and
text everybody's fucking phone. Like they can
Yeah.
Amber Alert me. They can Amber
Yeah.
Alert me. What the fuck?
makes no sense.
The fake missile was going to hit in 2018. They certainly.
Oh yeah.
Yup.
Yep.
I mean, straight up.
It's
So-
crazy, man.
Everybody knew that, right? Everybody was fucking hiding under their fucking school desk.
That came through on the EBS, but
Yep.
but the fires don't.
Certainly.
Yeah. Not to mention what they say that the fucking energy commissioner for Hawaii spent X amount of dollars working on wind farms, which are fucking total bullshit in the first
At
place
least
for a place like Hawaii.
That the fucking chief of police is the same guy that investigated the Las Vegas shooting.
What?
Wow, I did not
What?
know that was tied.
No.
I did not know that was tied.
Sounds like an SH situation. I don't want to say the
Don't-
school, but
And I fucking, here's the thing. It's an interesting.
Calm down there, Alex.
So
Right.
let's just say this. It pains me that I have to be the new Alex Jones, but having said that, the fucking guy was right about a lot of stuff. But if
Almost
there's
everything.
that one shot that he sent an angry, crazy person to a grieving parent, that really is unforgivable. So I just want to make
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You know what I mean? Even if he was right, but one parent got harassed, I really can't forgive that. But that's my own opinion. Fuck it, let's drop it. There's a lot of questions about the Las Vegas shooting for real, and you don't have to be a conspiracy theorist to look at that. I have a guy, a tattoo artist, the oldest tattoo shop in Las Vegas, is a fan. And he told me
That's
he wanted
awesome.
to talk to me about that specific night because he was there and he said there was multiple shooters. And he says there's a lot of questions. Let's just say that. There's a lot of unanswered questions with the Las Vegas shooting. And now you're telling me that this motherfucker is the chief of police on Maui. You got to be fucking kidding me.
That's
the
insane.
You
things
got to
that
be fucking kidding me. I don't know. Is this a fuck? It's a joke, right? Is anyone?
Yeah, there's no way that's coincidental. There's no way.
No.
anyone paying attention, gentlemen? I don't know.
No, I didn't pay attention enough to realize that, but I mean, the Las Vegas shooting is like one of the most egregious, bold-faced lies that have ever happened.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've watched any of that video, you can hear cha 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 cha. Oh, it's echoing from the building.
no.
I don't care who you are. When they showed pictures of that hotel room and there was like 200 cases on the ground,
There. How'd
what?
they get it up there?
Being in the military, man, shooting and going down range, and I'm talking like I'm sitting on the ground, shooting cruiser weapons on the floor, right?
Right.
Those things don't shoot that fast. I'm shooting M16s, I'm shooting M4s, I'm shooting AT4 rocket launchers. Like I've done it all, right? But
Yeah.
I'm used shooting my ARs or anything like that, man. I can't get that shit flying off that fast.
Yeah.
There's-
And
I
like you
just
can tell
can't.
just from the rhythm. I mean, at one point you have going, and then next thing you know, you hear
jump, 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 jump.
But he's already
yeah.
back into it, and
Yeah,
there's
burst
no
fire.
time. There's no time to reload, and it takes even if I'm trained to drop. I'm trained to drop and slap one right away, like instantly. It's a second. As soon as I'm dropping, I'm putting one in.
Right.
They didn't have that much time. I mean, like there wasn't a break. I mean, the break was, but there wasn't a break. It just didn't make sense. Nothing added up.
You know what, gentlemen? Let's pretend. Let's pretend you take everything for face value with Las Vegas. You still got, okay, so they're inserting a good soldier they know will say what he has to say into a situation. Oh, you're the chief of police of Maui. Okay, sure. We know you're going to fucking run the drill the way we want it to. We know you're going to focus the investigation because didn't he disregard a whole lot of evidence? He pretty
Yep.
much telling people, no, you didn't see that. And you
Yep.
didn't.
Yeah.
And he focused on the one man thing, and that's what he was told to do, and he executed it.
You got a gold star, so why not
so-
go somewhere else and get another gold star?
Everything they say is true. They still have implanted a very sus character. I just can't. It's not all coincidences, guys. The Digital Governance Conference is there in September. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I just can't. I mean, when you were talking, I mean, when we started talking about Oprah, did you see the price of the 180 acres that she bought?
No.
I think it wasn't a lot of money.
No.
When I looked at how much money it
So-
was, I was like, you couldn't get 180 acres around Bozeman, Montana.
Look,
for
look
that.
how much
Yeah,
China
so they're
owns the
just
United
selling
States.
her this land for
Somehow she got a sick ass
nothing.
deal. She bought 2 big ass parcels.
Well, China's up there in Wisconsin buying up properties left and right. They're buying up Montana. They're buying Properties.
Fucking Bill Gates bought a sixth of Nebraska or something.
Someone bought a whole lot of property around Fort Riley. I think it's
Yep.
Fort Riley. Yeah, someone
Kansas.
bought a lot of property around there. And also, a funny story. They've connected Chinese investors purchasing, a disturbing amount of property around American public schools. Let's not forget about the Chinese biolab found in Raleigh, California. God
Yep.
bless.
Yep.
Let's not forget.
It's
You
a
know,
it's a domino effect, man.
Do you know and the police stations too? I know that they got 3 in
Yeah,
Toronto.
the Chinese police station.
We talked about that
Yeah.
about 3
Yeah.
episodes ago.
Yep.
We're all about that.
and even like the Pennsylvania train derailments.
Did all that. Palestine, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Florida train derailment.
You know, it's funny, gentlemen. I went deep on this subject actually, and it's like if you go into World War II historical files and such, if you're interested in such things, such
We are.
topics, you'll see that Germany had agents here that were, setting chemical plants on fire, attacking
Sabotage.
derailing trains and such. I mean, and you know what the government did back then while it was happening?
Same thing they're doing now.
They downplayed that motherfucker.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
Yep. Yep.
So Does that
Well-
sound familiar to anyone?
Well, it's because they already did that with
Yeah.
Osama bin Laden, and then turned him into an enemy of
Sure.
enemy of the
That's
state.
that's
Saddam's
but
the
that's
same.
a whole but that's a whole thing.
Mhm.
Those I
Yo,
mean, I'm gonna hey, I'm
Osama was a CIA agent at one point.
Boy, before he got stabbed to death in the ass with his own knife.
Yep.
That dude was the CIA's boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was Muammar Gaddafi that got stabbed in the ass.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh,
Gaddafi.
Gaddafi. Yeah. The Gaddafi was fuck.
He was the
Libya
gold
Libya
star.
was the most stable country in Africa,
Sure.
and now Tripoli has fucking live slave trading on YouTube.
Jesus.
You know,
but they're in the women there alone. The women and children are begging to get out, and they can't.
that shit's
They
crazy.
can't get out.
That sucks.
And when they do make it out, they'd be lucky to make it to the States, and they're trying to go up through Latin America, through Mexico, to try to come to the States.
Well,
But they don't make it.
well, look what's
Mhm.
happening with all the other immigration from countries in that area, whether it's the Middle East or North Africa or whatever. Like, they're going to Europe and they're just getting like absolutely 100%. Like, not they're it's there's a fight back about it, which whatever. Like, you can't pile a bunch of people in here that don't share that same whatever it is ideal of what is life. Like you and like when John says we have 99% in common, like some of these groups of people don't have the same ideas in common with
You're not
moving from Libya to Germany and then having the same
Same exact-
ideas,
yeah.
Well,
right?
I don't know if John heard the news up there, which he probably did because he hears
John,
the news
did you
all the
hear
time.
the news?
Did you hear the news?
Say it. Go ahead.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. This guy motherfucker every time. So Massachusetts is either Massachusetts or Rhode Island. I think it's Rhode Island, but they put a state of emergency out because of all the refugees that came through that state. And
Yeah.
it was so bad that they had to create a state of emergency because they were in panic because of the amount of people that showed up.
Yes.
How many people was there? Do you know?
No,
the
I didn't
number?
get a
my
number.
heart, it breaks my heart that the institutions that we pay taxes for and put our faith in and vote and elect representatives for, who purport to be out there trying to help us, and we'd like to think we ought to help each other regardless.
Yep.
It's funny that it's completely on the public's dime now to help, and that makes it real hard. It makes it really hard, especially when that public, when that same public is struggling themselves. And gee golly, that makes it pretty quick and easy to get a little bit resentful, doesn't it, gentlemen? And I think that's a beautiful thing, because these motherfuckers bounce us around like fucking flat tennis balls. You think that fucking Putin is struggling to afford groceries? Do you think Biden or Trump's family is? Do you think Trudeau's family is? Do you think fucking any one of these motherfuckers sitting there in their elected representative offices are struggling the way we are all struggling?
Not knowing their next
This,
meal is going to
this
happen.
sounds like an Oliver Anthony song.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and so yeah, we are rats in the barrel, sliming over one another. And I'm sorry to say it, some people don't want to hear it. Gen Z doesn't want to acknowledge it. We are primal animals, and we will, when faced with hardship, we will downgrade, compartmentalize. We will categorize. We will go with what's familiar every time.
Every time.
What we are bred to do. So when you put people against each other and you pit people against each other, you're going to have this blame game. I just want to point all the fucking lasers and targets of the 99% at the one culprit, and y'all know who it is. And I don't even have
Yeah,
to say
the
it. So-
Richmond, north of Richmond.
That's right.
that's it. But not just them. And fuck some of them. Some of those poor saps, I don't even have any interest in, because they are straight puppets, baby. I'm talking about
Yeah.
lobbyists telling them how to vote. I'm talking about
Yep.
the fucking motherfucker running the AI chip that's inside Dianne Feinstein's brain. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So do we point them lasers at the reptilians then?
Nah, they cool. They cool. They cool.
How do we know that they're not at the top?
Nah, they cool.
yeah,
I'm cool with those guys.
Harvey knows something.
I don't know shit.
I
He's
see.
always been.
Why
He's
is
been a
your
big
tongue
Ninja
moving
Turtle
like that
fan.
over there?
Yeah, right. My eyes are
His
shifting. man.
eyes shifted. You said that.
But
I like the way you blink, baby. Let's go.
right. It's crazy though, because when you get into that reptilian talk, though, it's people don't want to believe it.
Well,
You watch-
David Icke, is it Ike or Ick? I don't know.
I thought it was
I-
Ick, but
yeah,
whatever. You
but-
call him Ike. That probably sounds better.
Yeah, it just sounds like he gives girls the ick, and that fucker definitely does.
Sounds
Nah,
like
he gives
a-
them the Ike. You
It
know
sounds
what I
like
mean?
Ike sounds like a Canadian South Park guy, so that's cool.
Have the chopped off.
Yeah.
Terrence and Phillip.
You're
Terrence
not
and
my
Phillip, yeah.
guy.
Oh, we lost him.
Sorry, gentlemen,
There he
there's
is.
no song.
He's
is.
back.
You're not my friend, pal.
I'm not your buddy guy.
How hey, by the way, I do want to know, how does South Park do up there?
We love it. We embrace the shit out of that. The fact that Blame Canada won a Grammy, that's one
Fucking best song ever.
of the, yeah, it's a pretty good song. It's a pretty good song.
Man,
Yo,
those-
Trey Parker and Matt Stone showed up to the Oscars on acid wearing dresses, and that's the fucking shit we got to get back to. That's
You know,
the stuff we need back.
those are the
society.
people that aren't ran by puppets. Those are the people that aren't into the selling your souls. Like those
Those-
guys are real, man.
Those guys are fucking straight up role models. It's funny to say
Basketball,
that.
basketball,
Isn't it
one of the
funny?
best sports movies ever made. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yo,
Basketball.
straight
Wow.
up basketball, bro. Come on.
Man, that's nostalgic.
You guys hear those guys bought Casa Bonita in Denver? You guys familiar with the cliff diving Mexican restaurant?
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
and
wait,
it-
wait, yeah, I did see that. I did
and
see
it's
that.
popping off, and they said it's the best food anybody's ever
Dude,
had.
it's the food used to suck total dick.
Yeah, because it might
did.
be your last meal, dude.
Yeah, the food used to suck total dick, and but they had cliff divers in there, and but what they did was they gave every person who works there $30 an hour in outlawed tipping.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay. Interesting.
So they're like, "Fuck it." They're like, "Here, we charge too much for our food. We're gonna pay our staff well, and you don't have to tip them."
And it makes it
I mean,
even better. They have
and
a
that's
big,
better for them because they don't have to worry about claiming it. You know, they don't have to
No.
worry about the taxes at the end of the.
and
the
then when you
year.
go there, they have a big, giant, fucking Eric Cartman statue sitting at a table, and they
Oh,
play the
shit.
little song, and he sings it as you're doing it.
That's awesome.
It's cool. We lost him again, didn't we? No.
Yeah, he's somewhere.
He still shows. It's all right.
They're trying
Yeah.
to censor us.
Yo. Sorry, just a sec. My girlfriend is calling frantically here and just texting her. Gentlemen, there we go. We're good to go. Sorry, my girlfriend.
You're
was
good.
calling. We are good to go. She's doing it.
Shout out to
She's at
John's
her- She's at
girlfriend.
her mom's. It's the big. They're doing the big old pickle jar night. I don't know. Is
Oh.
that country as fuck? Y'all. in
That sounds
Scotland know.
country.
Are you
Well,
This
are you
sounds
pi-
country as
are you
fuck.
pickling? Like you guys
They're
making
pickling.
like
They got
Hell
the-
yeah.
That's dope. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dog.
you can survive on pickling, man. I tell you what.
Yeah.
It
You
might
gotta
come
can
in
your
handy
food.
over the next few months for real.
So John, I got a question for you. So
What's up? What's up?
what's in the future for you? What big endeavors do you have coming up?
So I got my second novel that I wrote going to be published in around Christmas. I mean, as far as projects, so I'm really excited about that. You know, it's funny. I wrote this novel 20 years ago, guys, and you know what's fucked is I realized that I touch on an underground human trafficking ring, and I'm not shitting you. And I can't explain it, but this is what I was meant to do, gentlemen. I'm so excited to get my shit out there. But what comes next, in another sense, is the podcast. We are gonna have a podcast with my friend and fellow news colleague Jamie Wilder. Okay, she's with Naked News.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, were you guys there for the great the side nut scandal of 2023?
No.
I
You guys
don't believe
see
so.
this picture.
Missed
Well, I
that one.
posted a picture of me in the Borat, the Borat green bikini.
Yeah,
yeah.
the tight one.
yeah, yeah. So I rocked that. Unbeknownst to me, there was maybe a little side nut action in the photo.
Little
The photo
slippage.
went viral as shit.
Hey,
I
free
lost
the
a
nuts,
lot of
man.
Christian followers that day, my friend, and that's okay. I
Yeah,
bid
free the
them
nuts.
I bid them adieu, and I wish them all the best. God bless their hearts. But I'll say this: Instagram removed that photo, and the day after, Dua Lipa released her nip on the Barbie red carpet.
Sure
So
did.
I
They
asked you,
advertised the
friends,
fuck out of it.
This not persecution of the highest order. The side nut should be freed. And having said all that, we got a podcast coming together. It's going to be politicians and porn stars, and I'm really excited about it. And this is the
Fuck
first
yeah.
time I've announced it.
Hell yeah.
I think there is probably a lot of similarities that people don't really realize between those two
Hey,
Yeah.
that
those
might
two
be the
groups that I just mentioned.
that
Yeah,
might be
they're-
the realest thing you said all night.
They're willing to fuck people for money, dude.
That's fucking
Hell yeah.
yeah. And I got the segments lined up like it's like who said this, porn star or politician, right? You
Oh,
just
that's
have a-
sick.
Oh yeah.
right. Like it's gonna be messy.
Don't give away
baby.
too many gems. I wanna hear it. I
Yeah.
wanna hear it live.
So that's what's coming next. But I mean, we are gonna be in New York City next week. I'm gonna be in Jersey. We got a meet and greet lined up. Pop on by. We're not trying to pull a Kai Cenat, so please, there's no,
No
PlayStation
riots.
to
No
give away
riots.
or nothing. But pop on by, have a rap session with me. We can chat.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
man, I
need,
can't wait. I
you
can't
need to
fucking
get you
wait.
need to get a shirt that says "Free the Nut."
Yeah.
Free the nut.
Dude, it's downright.
My nut's my
Unfair.
choice.
Yeah.
You know, side boobs fine. What about a little side nut? That's
That's
all I'm saying. I don't
I
know.
want a couple hairs poking out. I'm all good with that.
You
Whatever.
know?
We need to get some like signature shorts going that just
Just have a little nut, just a little nut window.
It's like the "It's Always Sunny" towel, you know. But it's
yeah,
got the
exactly,
sides,
exactly.
man.
Listen, man, with how short shorts are getting these days, it's almost full nut no matter what.
It is.
Yeah, it's
You
the
know
side
what?
nut.
As soon as I sit
Really,
down,
That's gonna
it's
be a
coming out.
style.
It is what it is.
You got to be careful. If you wore loose-fitting boxers as a child, yeah, you got to be careful. Those
God
things
just
are-
graced me with loose-fitting nuts. Those suckers just hang, man. I
I
just,
actually gotta pull my shorts down. Just
Got
a little
nuts
bit.
like an 80-year-old man.
dude, it sucks. There you go.
Mr. Peanut, dude.
My wife always makes fun of me. I'm like, I don't know, whatever you do, fuck it.
Well, apparently one day they float, gentlemen. That's what I hear. If
Oh
you
shit!
take it long enough, those motherfuckers will start floating. There's buoyancy there.
Damn.
I don't have to worry about drowning.
I mean,
You guys don't have to worry about drowning.
yeah, my little guys are gonna float. Love it. Well, hey, I want to ask you though, if you heard this. So Ukraine and Russia. So I downloaded before I get into this. Tell me about the app that you've been promoting.
You talking about Ground News?
Yeah.
Ground News. They're actually out of Kitchener, Ontario, which is not far from me. But they reached out. They will take a story and then break down who's writing about it. So like it's kind of I'm not gonna lie.
I seen your post. It's fucking legit. It's
Yeah,
the
they're-
coolest
they're-
thing I've ever seen.
They're like the fact that I had not even heard that there's fucking lead cables left all over the country. That's one. Sorry, excuse me, gentlemen.
I have that on my list.
So so these guys they're legit, they're independent, they will compile, they will show you, even if you dig deep, you can look under the hood on each news story. You'll see which news outlets have reported on it. You'll see where the blind spot is. Sometimes the blind spot is 95%. Like it's fucked, man. It's like there are people living in separate worlds right now. They are
Yeah,
living separate
Absolutely.
realities because they do not see the other side. And that's the way it's designed. That's the way they want it.
So when you download the app, does it cost anything?
No, it's free.
Absolutely free.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So I downloaded the app. I haven't dug into it, but I seen your screenshots of it. It looked pretty dope. I was excited to see your
Okay.
video on it. So yeah, if you guys haven't, go check it out. It's his latest video on his Instagram. Pretty dope.
Ground
Oh.
News appreciates it too. And if you guys are looking, I get this question all the time, right? Where do you get your news? Ground News is good. Rocka News is good. I'm better. I'm the best. But you know, for me, where do I get mine? We go to Rocka, Ground News. We go to Reddit. We go to the comment sections.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah,
be surprised,
and
man.
comment
I've,
section's
I've,
sick.
I've dug into some Reddit comment sections, man, and it'll blow your mind.
Oh, buddy, you want to see where people are at? You want to see where the temperature's at? That's where you go.
Well, what better way than to hide behind a screen and really get it off, and no one knows who's posting it.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I went down a public freakout subreddit rabbit hole the other night, and I had myself scared to go to New York City. You got to be careful too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably closer to the truth. It's probably closer to the truth than anything.
I mean, I heard it's absolutely stunning. Like, you get to the downtown city, it's beautiful as hell. But
I
you
mean,
get to those little outskirts, man. You gotta
New York?
watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. You know what, man? I'm probably not gonna take the subway. Like, I'll be real with y'all. I'm probably not gonna do it. Just because, to be honest, you hate to.
You'll end up taking it, John.
I know.
Yeah, you will. You're gonna, dude.
I think I just fucking realized it because now that I have to take it anyway.
There's no other way unless you get really good at riding a bike.
to
Hey,
be
how?
continued. We'll figure it out.
So I got the news. We got the national desk that's on the left side of your screen here, and
Yeah,
the-
this shit's amazing. I was waiting to bring this up. Go ahead. Sorry.
well, they're talking about gas prices right now and how
No,
the
they're-
hurricanes
yeah.
freaking out, and so you guys, I mean, it's gas for you up there. Is it petrol? I mean, what do you call it?
Gas.
Okay, so what's the price of gas right now? It's just for like regular gas.
160. Oh,
Well, it's not. That's not U.S.
Yeah,
dollars.
no,
so.
yeah.
160 Canadian
yeah,
for a liter.
yeah, for a liter. Yeah.
So a liter is like a quart.
Yeah.
A liter, it'd be like four liters per gallon.
Your shit's
Yeah.
pretty pricey.
So you guys are per gallon? Is that how?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now
It
it's
was-
just
so I
for
was-
regular. It's $3.83 a gallon.
$5 to $6 a gallon here right
Yeah,
now.
$3.83 for some cheap ass gas here.
And so that's about right. I think that's about right because we're about 30% higher than you guys. So yeah, it sounds like we're on the same. I mean, I remember there was while I was working in government, we really wanted to build this pipeline, but certain people said that we had to save the environment, so we shouldn't build it. Too bad we didn't build that thing. Just in hindsight, I just want to mention that I was from Western Canada. I was going to supply all Eastern North America, but Obama canceled that shit, and then Trudeau came in and made sure it was dead. And I'm not saying I want to pick sides, but I would say there was maybe a thought process there, like, yo, we might need oil soon, real fucking handily, and it might be really good, but we convinced ourselves we would save the environment, I guess, by not building it.
Well, it's no different than those wind towers that we have everywhere. Iowa has them like crazy.
The ones that are burning down all over the place.
Not even that. Do you know how much
I
oil
was
those fuckers drop on a daily?
Do you know that they can't harness energy? So they're literally not even fucking viable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you know.
It's crazy. But this, just like I have a friend that works on them, right? He maintenances them, and he goes up to the top, and he's like, dude, these things like sway, like these things are trippy. But he's like, dude, you should see how much oil's at the bottom of this rig. Like it's a lot. Like he can step knee high into it, and it's just oozing out the bottom.
Dude, I run equipment all day long. All day long. That's what I do is I run equipment. The small equipment that I run, what I have in just in carry out coolant, which is an oil-based product. It's a weird water-soluble chemical, but still, the amount that little machine goes through on a monthly basis is so much. And then if you go and look at what you get from an entire field of wind farms, just like oil to keep it operating,
Yeah.
Yep.
like that has to be an insane
And
amount.
that's just your equipment. Imagine
Yeah, a whole
millions upon
field.
millions upon millions of other people's equipment.
Yeah, it's crazy. That shit's ridiculous. Plus, also, it's just to process and build wind towers. It takes so much infrastructure, manpower.
The trucks
Oil.
transporting the freaking blades
Yeah,
Gosh,
you
dude.
see them come
all the
through-
time. They come through here
come
all the
through
time.
Omaha all the time on I-80.
Yeah.
80s all the way across the United States.
Unreal.
And they have to gut an entire fucking ecosystem to put them up,
Yeah.
where that ecosystem on its own is already getting rid of carbon because it's a plant and it's turning it into oxygen. So they wipe out green. So we were talking earlier, you're talking about the earth being in worse condition or whatever,
Yeah.
because the aliens said they were in worse condition. Right now, the Great Barrier Reef has more new coral in the last 30 years than ever. Scientists have said that there are more plant life due to our fact that we've created giant deserts into factory farms. There's more plant life on Earth than in any time recorded history.
It's crazy.
So are we really doing that bad? There's a massive amount of new ice in Antarctica. Like, are we just shifting? I don't know anything about the ice cap. I don't watch the ice cap. I don't see the ice cap. I don't fucking
But
live
who's
there.
telling us the fucking truth?
But
Where are we
everyone's
going to
telling
find
me
that
that,
out?
yeah. When
I mean, the media is going to tell us what they want us to, what they
That's-
want
that's
us.
the
when I was a
control.
kid, it was like, oh, it's going to be in 10 years, Miami's going to be underwater. It's like, how come Miami's not underwater yet? Fucking,
California is
you know?
still attached to the U.S. Why
Yeah,
is
you know?
that?
But what I was going to bring up was the that national desk. The national desk story is about a hurricane. Now, for people who don't understand, hurricanes don't hit California.
Yep.
This is a hurricane that's about to hit Los Angeles. It's going up the Pacific coast of Mexico right now. It's going to hit. Now there's earthquakes there in California.
Yep.
The hurricane, yeah, HARP, exactly.
We're harping
That's what
on
I'm
the-
saying.
Harping on the right topics right now.
If you want to get everybody's mind off of Maui and the devastation of Maui, wreck LA.
What better way?
Listen, man, did you know that the fucking Center of the Earth stopped spinning like 6 months ago.
Yep.
Yeah, that was something.
Started going the other way, right?
Like, I mean, you know what? I don't even want to get into the nuances of climate change. Is the climate changing? Yes, probably. Has the climate always changed? Yes, definitely. Are humans bad for the fucking environment? Absolutely. Like, I don't know. We all know this shit. I don't think it matters anymore. I think we are headed towards something, which is, you know,
Another dinosaur
we're
extinction.
right. We're overdue, whether it's the Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be that doomsday person, but I'm saying, you know, it
Well,
doesn't matter
It might not be.
or not. To get, you have so many people so vehemently angry with one another
Yeah.
over these things, and it's like, guys, don't. It's not going to help fighting about it. Maybe we figure out. I don't know. There's this, like, that's the fucking scary thing. These cosmic horrors, these H.P. Lovecraftian horrors, that there's some things we just can't fucking fix or control.
Yeah.
my problem is though the things that we don't know, that we know we can't control, you know, but they're telling us that we can try to control it, is what blows my mind, right?
Well, the things
So-
that they know that we don't know, that we could maybe be helping to contribute to a solution. Like, yo, if the fucking sun's about to explode with a huge solar flare, let us fucking help. There's a shit ton of people out here with minds and solid Bryans, really solid Bryans on their heads, guys. So
That's right.
Not wrong.
it breaks my heart. It's like, let us fucking help. If you guys know something, and that's what I'm saying, we're gonna have to take this knowledge back. You guys said it earlier, knowledge is power, and it's time to take it back. And
So you're on TikTok all the time, I'm sure. Every time I open it up, there I see your little green dot next to your name.
we're out there, yeah, pretty
So-
regular.
So answer me this:
What's up?
since I opened it 3 days ago, all I have been seeing is the raptures coming.
Yeah,
Have you been seeing those?
yeah, sure. The religious people like to get a little dramatic.
Yeah.
They like to share. They like to, and listen, I'm not throwing shade.
No,
I'm
no.
Anglican, we call it Catholic light. You know what I'm saying? So I've been down that road. I'm not trying to throw shade. Everyone needs something to believe in. Even atheists believe in something. It's just like the anti, you know, it's the anti, but there's still a God to an atheist. And I know
But I say God on TikTok, and I get banned on my live stream, but these guys are saying it all over because they're pushing information. But I didn't say anything but the word God. Like, why the fuck am I banned?
Right.
well, you know, it's funny. It's a funny thing. There is, and in certain circles, you're only allowed, you know, anyways, let's not get into that.
No,
Well-
yeah.
But I'll say this. A lot of those videos, they'll show the river turning red, or they'll show the cloud, the orange cloud, the orange dust cloud. I'm sure that's one of the things you're
Yeah.
referring to. These are just like natural things. And a lot of the videos, if you look, they're recycled. I mean,
All
in
the
the
time.
Yep.
you know, the only thing that makes religion interesting is a good apocalypse. So they got to keep that sort of that. They got to keep that vibe going.
Yeah. But statistically, an apocalypse will happen
Yeah.
again.
And that's also
Statistically, and it might not happen for the next 100 years, 200 years. I hope to God I don't ever see it. I hope to God my family doesn't ever see it. My immediate family doesn't ever see it. But
well, maybe, but also at the same time, there's probably something horrifically beautiful about maybe bearing witness to such a thing. I don't know. I'm trying to be.
yeah,
You never know.
That is true too.
Grass
That is true.
could be greener on the other side. We just don't know it.
Yeah. Yep. Dimensions.
What if it comes and it just gets rid of the wrong people?
It's more likely that fucking our maker is like some fucking weird fucking computer programmer kid named Jimmy, who's just created us on his recess break.
His name's Tom, and he
we're just
has
on- we're just on the grid.
he has a profile picture facing a whiteboard.
Damn. I know. Yeah.
Dude, if Tom from MySpace was God, I'd be stoked.
Dude, I would be too. I'm
What-
like, bro, I had you
Hey,
in my
the
top
mother-
8
the
for
mother-
so long.
The motherfucker came in and disappeared like nothing happened, bro.
Time. Yeah.
He fucked up the world and left.
Dude, I follow his Instagram. All he does is hang out, like looking at beautiful things and playing golf or whatever he does.
Oh, like God to me.
Yeah.
He's killing it.
God,
Killing.
Tom, both 3-letter names.
Hey, it's
Oh,
Obvious.
God and Tom.
Obvious.
I was gonna ask. So while you were in politics,
Yeah.
were you actually witness to the gatekeeping? Like you were the guy, you were like brand new, and they're just like, no, fuck, you can't come in this room.
No, we always got in the room. I mean, man, I had this thing called Friday Night Caucus. and this was back in 2013. But I mean, I would have minister, prime minister's office. So that'd be like the White House
Yep.
staff
Yeah.
playing on our softball team. We'd all get fucking loaded. We used to keep the empties in our desks in the bottom drawer, and the janitorial staff would pick them up from office to office and hold a huge Christmas party every year with all the money they got from the in the Parliament Hill
God
office.
damn.
I am telling you, it is the wild, wild west. I learned how to drink from working in politics, and that's why I'm a highly trained professional.
Well, drinking or
Having said that,
Cheers to
What-
that.
what am I trying to say? That you wouldn't even. It's so unremarkable. It's so anticlimactic to what people think is happening. Like it is all envelope licking, sending form emails, copying talking points. And I worked for both liberals and conservatives, my friends. Not many people can say that. I worked for
Yep.
both parties. I saw under the hood on both sides. They're both the same. It's the same machine. There's no difference. They are told what to say. Your representative you elected says what some 19-year-old kid that works for party headquarters tells him to say
Yep.
on
Yep.
any topic. And if you don't say it, if you don't stick to the script, you are backbenched, which means you're irrelevant, which
Yep.
means, and so the ones that move ahead stick to the script. The ones that don't are put to the back. That's all you need to know.
So is Trump sticking to the script then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And like, but he did
I-
it in a way, that scared a lot of the old chess holders. But like, I mean, Trump don't give a fuck about any of us. I mean,
No.
like, I hope,
He's a businessman. What businessman does?
man, that man is a businessman, and he would definitely. Trump can still form a sentence, so by just fucking elimination,
By default.
he would be better than Biden right now.
Yeah.
But I think that's such a low bar for us to have. You know what I
it
mean?
is. I mean, I mean, it's almost
Yeah.
know,
Everybody knows that the bar has gotten way too low.
yeah, but
It's-
how would you feel? How would you feel if the tables were turned? Trump was never in the picture. He lost, and Hillary became president. What do you think
Oh.
would have been changed from that? What do you
It's-
think would be any different?
But ask the Haitian people what they think of the Clintons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I already know
Yeah,
that.
lesser
Yeah.
of two evils, I guess.
What they think about Monsantos and Bill Clinton and Hillary. And I mean, those people are monsters too.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I mean,
If not bigger, badder monsters than
on their own, that's another. It's like, can't we just elect someone with full functionality of their body? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just
When the problem is, we had those people running, and we couldn't do it.
yeah. No, I mean, but the parties, they like to block that shit. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, the media
Oh,
won those
God.
elections.
the system has got so trenched in, guys. It is going to be a painful pullout. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's never painful for me, but
How many kids you got?
I got 3. I enjoyed every bit of it.
Gentlemen, I think I'm not gonna lie. I gotta take a mad piss, and I'm thinking I feel really good about everything. Can I just spout off about a few things I want people?
Yeah, go ahead.
And then maybe we start winding her down. Does
We're
that
good.
go? Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for the very uneloquent tangent, but this
No.
people to know, because there's like we've danced around a lot of things, and I think a lot of the stuff we talked about are conversations that need to be had right now, but we don't have the full answers on these things. Like,
Never
certain
will.
are aliens real? Did 9/11 happen this way? I can sit here and pontificate and speculate, but I don't know. Come to your own conclusions, y'all. And I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to
Right, everybody.
The people.
right? So it's like, this is what you need to know, in my opinion. There's a few really specific things. JP Morgan, 2 months ago, settled a $300 million lawsuit with Jeffrey Epstein victims. You need to know that. And what does that say? That says they knew what was happening, and they admitted it. And that is verifiable. That is not conspiracy. There's no questioning it. That is real. 3M just settled a $10 billion lawsuit about 6 weeks ago with 5,000 American municipalities for poisoning the water with forever chemicals, carcinogens, cancer-causing chemicals. And actually, let me just jump on top of this. A Montana missile silo has just revealed, unfortunately, military, that 300 of their officers have cancer because of carcinogens present. They are poisoning you guys. That's something
Yep.
else you need to know. That's something else you need to know. And then the last one, this one is interchangeable, but I'll go with Goldman Sachs is leveraged 100 to 1 in the derivatives market right now, 50 trillion to 0.5 trillion. Goldman Sachs has been fined for every financial crime over the last 2 decades that exists. Are we trusting these people to be leveraged 100 to 1 in derivatives, which, if you don't know, is betting on bets? Derivative markets are gambling on gambles. You're literally on the outcome of a bet.
Crazy.
So that's sorry to steal the air out of the room a little bit, but those are 3 things that everyone, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you drink Bud Light. I don't care if you fucking have a Confederate flag in your backyard. I don't give a fuck if you have a Quran sitting on your living room table or a Bible or whatever.
I have the Quran in my garage.
You should fucking care about those 3 things I just said.
Yeah.
Those things I just said, no matter who you are, should piss you off.
Yep. That's
Absolutely.
That's not side nuts. That's full on testicle nuts right there.
That's
Easy.
fucking full nut, dog.
Well, hey, we appreciate you. You know, we'll look forward to your podcast. We can't wait, man. We're excited to hear it. And I know you got some great fucking news to give to the people that want to hear it. You know, we love hearing it. We love what you're doing on TikTok. Keep going. Don't let those people shut you down. Don't drink the water.
No,
You
don't
know,
drink the water.
don't drink the water, man. I
Yeah.
always like to say, people say don't drink the Kool-Aid, but you know, with the way that the things that you bring to the light, you know, it's stuff that others disappear from, you know. So keep doing what you're doing, keep fighting the fucking battle, you know. Keep getting the news out there to people. It's relevant, you know. People need to hear it, and they're not hearing it because we're mainstreamed, censored here.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a lot more of us than there are of them, brother. And there's more of us every day. I really believe that. So
No, you're not lying.
Yep.
Hey, stay on real quick. We're gonna end the show, and we'll talk to you here in a second.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Take care.
It's not over yet. I said it's not.